Okay, hello. I just kind of wanted to make a quick video showing off another map of mine. This map is actually not complete, so it's probably kind of just like a hello, this map exists sort of thing. I mean, I know most people don't you don't really care about my builds and whatever, but I just kind of wanted to do this, partially as a record for me so I don't ever forget what I'm doing with this, so yeah. Now, this here is a map that I'm creating that is depicting the Battle of Louvigny. This was a battle that took place shortly after the Battle of Caen, so it was a step out of Caen, right? And yeah, so that's kind of what I'm building here. This map was actually kind of interesting in that I built all of this more or less by hand. I mean, like, I didn't place the blocks, but, like, you know. So, yeah, this map I'm trying to put, anyways, a lot of effort and a lot of detail into it. Yeah, so this is really kind of my first attempt at building hedgerows. I'm not really sure if these are that good or anything, so kind of have to see. I'll probably mend them later on if I need to, or I feel like I need to. Yeah, the roads are actually more or less accurate. That I might need to redirect, and over there I'll need to redirect, but otherwise, yeah. Anyways, let's talk about the battle. So, this, like all the other maps that I'm building solo, are maps that depict battles fought by Canadian soldiers during the Second World War. Oh, wrong uniform, but you get the idea. And yeah, so this battle fought by Canadian soldiers against the German Wehrmacht, and I think some elements of the SS. Can't remember. Anyways, this map is really meant to depict the battle pretty much as it happened. So I'll show you. So first we have this big orchard here. The record states that there is a wall that was 6 feet high, so more or less, with on surrounding 3 sides of the orchard. So 1 side, 2 side, and 3 side. The 4th side is not covered. When the battle started, they found there to be 3 holes in the wall that I am pretty sure was a result either of bombing or of a tank shot or an explosive. So yeah, built that, and so they had to advance their way through the orchard. Right. Now, I haven't done this yet, but the orchard was bombed, so I'm going to have bomb craters. And it turned out that the orchard was a very difficult position to take, as in really difficult, due to the fact that there were soldiers who because of the craters at the bombing, were able to put up positions in there and just set up and fight, so it became a very difficult position to take. The orchard in reality was a lot bigger than this. Again, I had to shorten this map. So yeah, they fought through it. It took a whole night to clear it, believe it or not, and eventually they got to the other side. The fight had actually been so fierce that they would be unable to take the next positions without unacceptable losses. They just did not have enough men to do it. They lost the majority of their officers, in fact. But yeah, so the next position that they had to take was the church here. Nothing too notable here. The next part is the chateau. This is actually a pretty significant portion of the battle. Yeah, they had to take this. I'm gonna have to work on this to make it look better, but you get the idea, right? Right, so they took this, they took that, and after they did this, they had to wait for a company to show up before they could take the next part of the village, which was Louvigny itself. So they had to attack here. Now, to do this, they actually opened up with shelling first. In terms of depicting that, I'm debating whether or not I will actually blow up the map beforehand, or if I will just let people blow it up when they get there, but I'm leaning towards blowing it up beforehand, and yeah. So yeah, they fought their way through Louvigny. They actually found that Germans had started to retreat overnight towards the river. This bridge needs to be bigger. I think the river needs to be bigger as well, so I'm probably going to also work on that. But yeah, overall, that's pretty much the Battle of Louvigny in a nutshell. The orchard was the hardest part. They took the church, took the chateau, then they had to take the town. The majority of the resistance was found around here, in the southern part of the village, and then the Germans retreated across the bridge, and I think they blew it up. And they actually lost a fair amount of soldiers fighting to keep the bridge. Germans. And yeah. Yeah, the village was kind of hard to build because for the most part there aren't all that many buildings that survive the battle, and so the buildings that you see now in Google Maps and modern day Louvigny, they are modern buildings, so they're not exactly like something I could just copy. So the majority of these buildings, in fact all of them, really are speculation on my part about what they look like and where they are positioned. The road pattern here, this is to an extent actually accurate, but it's not like completely accurate, right? And once again, that's because of the way the town has progressed since then. So yeah, I actually took some inspiration from Saving Private Ryan to like build some of these buildings, some of these houses. Yeah. I don't really know how long it's going to take me to finish this. It could take a few days. It could take a few weeks. Reason why this area I need to build, that I need to fill. I need to work on the river over there because I plan to make that a part of a playable map. I have to do that area, right? And I have to do the area over by the chateau and the church. So, you know, I will have to see how that goes. I will finish it. I will finish it, and I'll see where I go after this. I don't intend this to be like a map that I finish and then take a break from building for a while. I'm probably going to do another project afterwards. I don't know, maybe I'll talk about that, and nah, you don't do it now. I have a number of battles that I'm considering. Once again, I only really build Canadian battles. Not that I'm like nationalist or anything, it's just like I kind of feel like Canadian battles need to be talked about more, depicted more. Because, you know, honestly, Canada is kind of a forgotten nation, as I've kind of mentioned before. We're just, you know, kind of normal. It's a technically Commonwealth country, so it's not really as talked about, but even then. I have, so on the topic of the things I'm planning to build, the city of Caen, I mean, I built this first step into Caen with the Bell of Baron, make a video on that. I built the first step out of Caen, by Louvigny. I have a plan to build Carpiquet Airport, which is next to Caen. So Caen really is, it's really pointing to there. I'm not sure if I will do it next, mostly because it's a very difficult thing to build. It's got terrain, and it's an urban map, and I really don't like doing urban builds, primarily because it drains me. Yeah. I'm also considering Juno Beach. Juno Beach is a definitely must-do for me. I just don't know how I'm going to go about it, especially with the terrain. I'm not sure how I'm going to build the terrain for that. In the past, it's been quite difficult for me to get building on that. I'm also considering the Battle of Hong Kong. That one's going to be also quite difficult. It's got a lot of terrain again. I'm going to probably do the Wang Nei Zhang Gap. Unfortunately, that means I have to build a mountain. Not the most fun. So I'll see about that. Yeah, I'll just have to see. Might do more Netherlands stuff. It just kind of depends on how much information I can get on each of the battles and the quality of the information. But yeah, those are pretty much my plans for building in the future, and yeah, hope you like this map. Maybe we'll make a final video on it once it's complete, but until then, cool, yeah, thanks.